You must have heard this sentence, as you sow, so shall you reap. But I have a question. Do you believe that as you sow, so shall you reap? Now this question must be arising in the minds of most of you, because what is there to ask in this? It is true that as we sow, so shall we reap. But for once, close your eyes and ask yourself this question. You will not get a clear answer to this question. Somewhere or the other, there must be a doubt in your mind whether this is true or false, because you must have seen many such people around you who do very good deeds, are of very good nature. They never do bad to anyone, but still bad things always happen to them. Those people are always unhappy, always troubled. You must have seen this many times, or there must be many such people among you who must have worked very hard for their exams. But even then, in the end, they got disappointment, so what does it mean? Does it mean that all the great men who have said this proverb, is it a lie? Were those great men wrong? No, the reality is that we are not able to understand the account of our deeds. And that is why we think that we are doing very good deeds. We are doing good to people. We are helping people. Yet we don't know why we always have to bear pain and trouble. But today's story that I have brought for you, through this story you will understand how this account of deeds affects our life. Once upon a time there used to be two brothers in a village. Both were skilled, but one of them was very cruel and cunning. He cheated his younger brother and got all his property in his name, and the younger brother, nothing was left in the name of the brother. He got only a broken hut in which he and his wife used to live. His wife was also always ill, and she had to face various kinds of tortures, pains, and problems. The younger brother was very poor. He did not even have money to get his wife treated. But he was of a very calm nature and good disposition. That is why he never quarreled with anyone, nor did he think bad about anyone. He never did bad to anyone. Still, there was always a question in his mind. He always used to say to himself, "Oh God, I have never done bad to anyone, never thought bad about anyone. Still, why do so many bad things happen to me? My wife is always ill. My children do not even get 2 meals a day, and I am not able to give a good life to my family even if I want to. Why is this so? On the other hand, there is my brother who is very cunning, clever, and arrogant. Look at him. He lives his life with so much luxury. He is living with me. He has a lot of money, a nice house to live in, and delicious food to eat. He is living his life happily, and I am dying here. He has no problem, and my problems do not seem to end." Thinking this, he came to the idea that it seems that only bad deeds have good results, and good deeds do not have good results. And soon this thought started to settle in his mind. Many days passed like this, and now the younger brother started getting even more worried because his wife's health was not getting better, and there were many kinds of problems in front of him, seeing which he would cry in his heart and get upset. One day he was going to another village for some work when his eyes fell on a sadhu. That sadhu was standing at a door and asking for alms, and he was always saying only one thing: "Your deeds are yours." When the younger brother heard this, he got very angry. He immediately went to the saint and said, "O Guruvar, I have been watching you for so long. You are saying only one thing. Your deeds are yours, and my deeds are my share. Is this true?" In response to this, the saint says, "Yes, this is absolutely true. Don't you believe this?" Then the younger brother says to the guru, "O Guruvar, it seems you are mistaken. I have never done any bad deed in my life. Neither have I ever thought bad about anyone, nor have I done any harm to anyone. Even after that, I am always surrounded by problems. Troubles are troubling me day and night. I have not received any good result of my good deeds till date. Then how can you say that good deeds yield good results? My wife is always ill, and I don't have money even for food. Even my children remain hungry. And still you say that good deeds yield good results. You get good results. Then the sadhu says to that person in a very calm nature, "It seems that the circumstances have had a very deep impact on you. It seems that you have given up in front of the circumstances, and these difficult circumstances have also changed your thinking. That is why you are saying this." On this, the person says, "O Guruvar, it seems that you yourself have lost to the circumstances and are taking food by begging alms at other people's houses. And you tell me that I have given up in front of the circumstances. I do not want to listen to your speech. I am leaving." Then stopping him, the sadhu says to that person, "Okay, you go. But before that, do one thing for me." The person says, "Hey, I am not going to do any work. I am leaving." Then the sadhu says, "Son, I know what question is in your mind. You are worried about the fact that you have given up on good. You did your work, and even after that, you are not getting good results. But don't you want to know the answer to this question? Don't you want to know why this is happening to you?" Hearing this, the younger brother became silent for some time, and after thinking for some time, he said, "Okay, tell me what I have to do." Then the monk said to that person, "Just do one small work for me. Tomorrow early in the morning you come to my ashram with some fruits for me, and when you come there I will give you the answer to your questions, and you will also understand why this happened to you." Saying this, the monk took his alms bowl and started walking from there towards his ashram. But that person stood there for some time and started thinking whether he should go to that guru's ashram with fruits or not. Thinking this, he returned home. The whole night, the only question in his mind was whether I should go to him with fruits or not. Soon it started getting morning, and now that person was going to take some fruits to him. The younger brother decided that he will definitely go to the guru's ashram with fruits. He leaves the house and buys some fruits and starts walking towards the guru's ashram. The guru's ashram was a little far away, and the path passed through the neighboring forest, so there was no movement on that path, and langurs and monkeys were visible everywhere. When the younger brother was going to the guru's ashram with fruits, seeing those monkeys, a thought comes to his mind that why not feed these fruits to those monkeys? But then he remembers that the guru has asked him to bring those fruits to the ashram. That is why somehow he persuades his mind and starts walking towards the guru's ashram, and within a short time he reaches the guru's ashram. He greets him and says to him, "Look, I have come, and as you had said to bring some fruits, I have brought that too. Now tell me why this happens to me only then." The sadhu smilingly says to that person that I will tell you, but before that, you answer one of my questions. Then that person says, "Which question?" Then that sadhu says, "When you were coming towards my ashram, and when this thought came in your mind that you should feed this fruit to those monkeys, then why did you not do it?" Hearing this, that person was very surprised. He could not understand that how did that sadhu come to know about the thought that came in his mind. Then that person with folded hands says to that sadhu that Guruvar, the thought was in my mind. But how did you come to know that I wanted to feed the fruit to the monkeys? Then that sadhu smilingly says to that person, that son, it is not necessary that I know this thing. What is important is that why did you not feed this fruit to those monkeys? That person thought for some time, and he replied to that sadhu in a hurry, that because you had asked me to bring this fruit to you, then that sadhu. He says to that person's son, the way a calf finds its mother among thousands of cows. In the same way, the karma finds the doer. As if this karma was written by my hands that I will feed this fruit to these monkeys, so you could not feed this fruit to those monkeys, and you brought this fruit to me. Saying this, the sadhu started feeding the fruit to those monkeys, but that person had not yet understood the meaning of that sadhu's words. He says to that sadhu, "O Guruvar, what do you want to say? I did not understand what you said. Please explain it to me clearly and clearly." Then the sadhu started smiling and says to that person, "We humans always feel that we are the ones who do it, and we are the ones who do the karma. But the reality is something else here. The thing to understand is that karma itself chooses us. We do not choose karma. If you are able to do any work, then karma will find you from the crowd of millions of people. That is why it is necessary that focus on not doing action, but on becoming capable. The person says, "O Guru Var, what do you mean by becoming worthy? You have to say that I cannot take care of my family." Only then that monk tells that person, "No, I do not mean to say this. I want to tell you that for the deeds which require you to become capable, you first. You will start doing the works, and when you become proficient in those works, you will become so capable. Then big karma, or just say that the action for which this main action is made for you will find you, and that karma will come to you yourself. You can see only monkeys. When these monkeys are small, they learn to climb trees. They learn to run. They become proficient in those works. They become skilled, and after that, their food reaches them on their own. That is why keep doing small deeds in your daily life also. Then big karma will come to you yourself, and you will be able to achieve any big goal. If you do not do karma to be worthy, then the actions of other people will also start dominating you, will start affecting your life. For example, take your wife for example. Your wife is ill for many days and her health is not well. And you think that you don't know for which deeds you are getting punished. You consider yourself unfortunate and feel helpless, but the reality is something else. Here you need to understand that your wife is ill because of her deeds and not because of your deeds. It is possible that your wife has done some deed in the past for which she is suffering the punishment today. And because of your wife's deeds, you too are suffering, facing troubles and problems. And this is the reason that most of the people keep on facing different kinds of sorrows and problems because of their family and their children. But here you need to understand that if you were capable, then if you had so much money, then you could have got your wife treated. And it could have been possible that if you were capable, then you would have married some other woman who would have been healthy. But you were not capable of that. And this is the reason that you are immersed in sorrows today because of your wife. But nothing has gone wrong so far. If you become capable even now, then the deeds of others will never be able to affect you. Further, the sannyasi warns the young man and says, "Always remember one thing of mine. You do not get what you want, but you get what you deserve. Therefore, instead of doing work, focus on becoming capable. Increase your ability. Do not do work only to get the fruits of work. Otherwise, you will never be able to get out of these troubles." Then that person folds his hands in front of the sadhu and says to him, "O Guruvar, you are always talking about becoming capable, but you are not telling me how I should increase my ability so that my main work finds me." Then that sadhu says to that person, "This is very simple, yet it is very difficult for people. It becomes difficult. The first solution is that whatever work you are doing, forget it after doing it. That is, to become worthy, do not remember the work you are doing. Do not think about when and what will be the result of the work you have done. That is why it is said that do work and do not worry about the result. If your mind is always worried about the result, then it means that you have not actually done any work. And most of us make this mistake. They think that they are doing a good work and they will get good results. Their entire focus is only on the result. And this is the reason that they are mostly unhappy, because when they do not get the result, or in other words, when they do not get the desired result, their mind gets hurt and they start feeling sad and troubled. And they always think that I had done good work, then why am I not getting good results? And this thinking of theirs makes them lose their goal. Yes, it distracts you from your work. 4. You can definitely do this. After doing your work, definitely evaluate it, but do not worry about the result. Then that person says to the sadhu, "O Gurudev, you are saying that do not worry about the result, but do evaluate the work done. How is this possible?" Then he too. The sadhu says to that person in a very calm manner, "When you do any work, you always worry about the result. Whereas instead of worrying about the result, you should worry about whether you have given your 100% in whatever work you have done or not. When I was doing that work, was my attention completely focused on that work? or not? Was my attention getting distracted somewhere? If you think about these things or ask questions to yourself, then only you can really evaluate yourself. Will be able to judge and your attention when you do any action with full attention. The power of will also increase, and the ability to do your deeds will also increase. But if you do it, think that you only have to do karma, and only think that you keep doing karma. If you go, you will never receive the fruit of karma, nor will you ever become worthy 𝐷𝐻𝐻. So after doing the deed, you must judge it when you were doing that work. So your attention was your body, your mind completely on that task or not. Only then does that person once again question those monks and say, hey, Guruvar Aap rightly says that whenever we are doing any karma, our whole focus is to be on that karma. But whenever I do any karma, I have kind thoughts going on in my mind. My mind is groomed by thoughts and starts thinking of sorts. In such a way, how can I keep my mind on only one's own karma? Is there any solution to it? Only then, he says to the person smiling, Sadhu Bhante, when you know karma is doing, and in that when you put your whole sense, i.e., when doing karma. If you put your full sense, your mind is on the body, and your emotions become focused, and you do that karma with full fidelity, love, and harmony find. That is, you can give your %, and that's when you do only. If you act by thinking, you are not able to put your sense in it, nor are you in your own. You may be able to apply all your loyalty. You receive further. He says to the hermit, if any man in these, take care of these things in your life in the right way, so he can make himself worthy. And once he becomes worthy, then karma him. Will search from anywhere, and he was able to achieve any success in life by saying so much, he became the monk calm. And that younger brother had also now understood that is good. Why was the fruit of deeds not getting good to him? He bowed to those master and he back to home. Guys, hope you definitely liked this video today. If so, please like and share and support us like this, our channel. Buddha's 𝐬𝐵𝐴 subscribe and press the bell button too, so let's meet again. And take care of yourself till then in the video. Thanks.